So this dude right here, who hasn't been relevant in some time, wants to compare his plight as highly paid actor in the 90s to black people during Jim Crow. This is the kind of moronic bullshit that's in Hollywood. These people are so detached from reality. How is him making millions of dollars a year, even back in the 90s, this dude was making a lot of money, the same as Jim Crow? Because he wasn't getting a lot of parts that he wanted, he still made more money than any of us could hope to make in our fucking lifetime. Again, the detachment between reality and these people is just, it's fucking insane. But John Leguizamo compares his plight as highly paid Hollywood actor in the 90s to black people during Jim Crow. Progressive Hollywood actor John Leguizamo, who recently railed against Superman actor Dean Cain for wanting to join ICE, real Superman, once again finds himself at the center of controversy, this time for a comparison that betrays both historical ignorance and insensitivity surrounding the Jim Crow period of the American South. Basically, most people like him, they always compare what they don't like to Jim Crow. Oh man, I didn't get a whole lot of parts that I liked when I was in the 90s. It's the same as Jim Crow. Oh my God. People are wanting black people to take responsibility. Oh God, this is the same as Jim Crow. And it's not even remotely close to being the same. In a recent appearance on the Fly on the Walls podcast, the actor likened his early career struggles to the oppression experienced by black people under Jim Crow. That's right, a well-known, affluent figure in Hollywood has equated his lucrative acting career to a system of extremely racial inequality, segregation, and disenfranchisement. The remark isn't just misguided, it is offensive, inappropriate, and deeply insulting for someone who claims to uphold progressive ideals, because they are the real fucking racists here. Who was it who wanted to keep the slaves? It was like Jim Crow. The actual quote: as a Latino actor in the 90s, Hollywood was like Jim Crow. He added that the roles available were like white doctor, white lawyer, white husband, white lover, Latino drug dealer, and yet he didn't have to do any of those. So what's this dude's problem? He was able to play an Italian in a fucking video game-based movie. What the fuck is this whiny fucking cunt complaining about? Fuck! These people, again, are so fucking detached from reality. This dude wants to sit there and think that he's so fucking college educated and so smart and so much higher above everyone else, that this dude is comparing his career in the 90s to Jim Crow. And yet people continue to listen to dumb shits like him. This dude comes out and says, oh, you should vote for this person because they're black and this and that. And everyone's like, we should vote for this person because they're black. These people have no concept of reality. They don't know what the real world is like. They don't have the same fucking struggles as us. This dude could wipe his ass with $100 bills every fucking day for a year and still have more than we will ever make in our lifetime. And yet he wants to sit here complaining about it. Even in the 90s, he was making more than any of us could possibly imagine. But go on, John Leguizamo. Please, do tell us how your career in the 90s was like fucking Jim Crow. You whiny little fucking cunt. Seriously. These people... This is what John Leguizamo compared to Jim Crow. Go ahead and reread that for yourselves. Let's be clear, Hollywood's narrow casting opportunities could be a valid issue for critique, but to equate that to Jim Crow? John Leguizamo, come here. Come here. And this is a question I ask a lot to people because I really should start a study about this. Now, this is a question, and I need you to be completely honest, because this is for scientific purposes. Are you, John Leguizamo, in fact, fucking retarded? And again, please answer honestly, because I think you are, in fact, fucking retarded. But equating them to Jim Crow is not only hyperbolic, it trivializes the horror many Black Americans endured under that regime. A preposterous career repackaged as oppression, Leguizamo now frames his early career as also the dude was in Spawn, one of the greatest kind of like anti-hero, because Spawn's not really a villain, it's more of an anti-hero, but he starred in that movie. That movie's amazing. Spawn is such an amazing character. Of course, he didn't play Spawn, but he still got to be in that movie. He got to play a fucking Italian in Mario, in the Mario Brothers movie. This dude, what the fuck is he complaining about? Now frames his early career as a narrative of exclusion and humiliation. But the facts tell a different story. Throughout the 90s, Leguizamo starred in major movie films such as Carlito's Way, Romeo and Juliet, Spawn, and The Pest, which he never seems to have put down that fucking role, has he? And enjoyed significant acclaim for his one-man Broadway shows. He built a distinguished career and amassed significant wealth in the process. Today, the actor is reported net worth of $20 million. Oh, boo! The poor baby. For a supposedly progressive celebrity who constantly wags his finger at everyone from Dean Cain to Hollywood studios themselves, to compare that reality to the violent state-sanctioned oppression of black Americans is deeply misleading and insensitive. What Jim Crow really was. Jim Crow wasn't a bad career economy or typecasting. It was legalized persecution. Black Americans were denied the right to vote through poll taxes, literacy tests, grandfather clauses, and outright intimidation. Segregation permitted every corner of life: schools, housing, public facilities, and more. Violence, including lynchings and police brutality, was commonplace. Generations were robbed of educational access, economic mobility, and basic safety. YouTuber Le Reina Creole, whose parents grew up during the Jim Crow era, railed against John Leguizamo and his comments. First of all, you have zero idea just how horrific and traumatizing the Jim Crow era was in America. Stop dragging the trauma of black people into your nonsense, pendejo. That's nice. That's awesome. Let's actually see the actual tweet. I mean, that was the actual tweet, but I just love the fact that she answered the whip pendejo. That guy's an idiot. Oh god, he's an actor. Yeah, maybe he can act like he's normal. It's the same guy who talked trash about Dean Cain. He only feels humiliated now that now to not get canceled. Getting paid for a movie role you willingly accept is exactly like getting attacked by the KKK for drinking from the wrong water fountain. She's followed by Park Place, Cabrutus, 5 others I know, apparently. Huh. Let's see. I don't know, I actually see her. Morgan Freeman. Either way. The realities of Jim Crow were not metaphorical inconveniences. They were existential threats. Hollywood casting limitations, no matter how frustrating, cannot hold a candle to the terror and justice of Jim Crow laws. Virtue signaling that erases real suffering. Leguizamo's analogy is emblematic of a broader trend in Hollywood, just being completely out of fucking touch with reality. the worship of self-framed depression. Even successful, wealthy individuals seek to recast their accent as a struggle, or their ascent as a struggle. It's virtue signaling, not meaningful advocacy. Comparisons like the one John Leguizamo made to Jim Crow cannot be seen as critical commentary. They're distractions. Worse, they appropriate someone else's trauma for personal branding. Again, this dude likes to atop his pedestal and look down at everyone he disagrees with and likes to look at everyone else as they're fucking stupid. And this dumbass fucking retard over here wants to compare his struggle in Hollywood in the 90s to fucking Jim Crow. Please, do tell us, who are the educated ones again? Who are the racist ones? Because you people in Hollywood prove every fucking day that you are truly the uneducated and you are truly the racist ones. Here's the bitter irony. Leguizamo made these comments after decades of fame and fortune, as if lucrative filmography, and Broadway accolades still don't count as success. The Hollywood was like Jim Crow line amplifies a narrative of victimhood when history shows he benefited from an industry he now claims was unjust. And not only what did he back then, Hollywood kisses these people's asses even more now. If you're anyone but a white dude, you have an amazing time in Hollywood. But he was like, oh my god, Hollywood is so mean. Oh my god. He takes out his fucking wallet, pulls out 100, and wipes his fucking tears with it. Oh god, it's so mean. Oh god. It was like literally Jim Crow. And then they wonder why no one fucking listens. And then they wonder why Kamala lost. You know, Hollywood, and they had all these fucking big celebrities like this fucking douche nozzle come out and be like, oh, you should support her because she's black. Or is she Indian? Or is she Jamaican? I don't know what the fuck she is. She's of something that she's not white, people. You should vote for her. And because she has a vagina. Same fucking douchebag, same fucking goofball who's coming out telling you to vote for someone because they're a woman and because they're not white. Completely detached from reality. Compare perceived 1990s casting discrimination to Jim Crow segregation is not a thought-provoking metaphor. It's offensive, reductive, and disrespectful for an actor who props himself up as some kind of progressive icon. Jim Crow was structural hate. The threat was real. Yeah. Like, imagine this dude comparing the 90s to, I didn't get as many roles as I wanted, to not being able to go and drink from a certain water fountain. Having to sit on the back of the bus. Not being able to go into a fucking library to read. Being chased and fucking lynched in the middle of the fucking street. Somehow his struggles compares to that. Fuck off. To equate that with a well-paid actor's frustration over limited roles is not just bad taste, it is a betrayal of historical suffering. Hollywood and its stars can advocate for more inclusive casting all they want, but real progress requires honesty, not dramatized appropriation, and real respect means not cheapening terrible eras to sound compelling in an interview. The fool is lucky to even be working. He was never particularly talented. This, again, these are like the arbiters of what they like to see themselves as, the arbiters of truth and being progressive and what's right and wrong. And this dude sits there like, oh god, let me hang on. Let me pull out my wallet. You don't know how hard it was in the 90s. I didn't get I didn't get really any of the roles I wanted. I got to be in an awesome fucking anti-hero movie. And even though the movie was bad, I got to play fucking Luigi, one of the most iconic characters, video game characters of all time. And I had so many great movies I was in, even though it wasn't because of me that they were great. But I still got to star in them. But it was literally Jim Crow. I just felt so oppressed. John Leguizamo, you can go suck a fucking small soy-infused dick. If you don't already. A whole bag of them. Just fucking go suck a floppy, soy-ridden dick. A whole bag of them. Because you are so detached from reality. Just fuck off with you and your stupid bullshit. Anyway, Anyway, this man should fucking join a digital circus. I know exactly the man who will be welcoming to him. No, I don't even think Kane wants this fucking dumbass there. The digital circus has a lot of weird bullshit, but they would look at this dude and be like, no, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Though there are a lot of weird characters around here, we don't want retards in the circus. But, anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the... I do more of a Kane-like voice, and then I sort of drop down to almost like Jax. You know, yeah. Well, I guess I'm done here for now. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye.